In this video, I'm gonna be turning this square into a massive NHL arena. Let's get right into it. Alrighty guys, so I don't want to make the mistake that I made last time. I'm gonna do the inside of the stadium first, and then we're gonna do the outside to see how we have with plot data. So first off, I guess I might as well get my stairs. Just kind of rolling like this. So for now, we'll leave it like that. Alright, so there's our first row of seating. That's pretty cool. We can honestly just copy that over and do the same thing right there. Boom. Alrighty, so there's our first side of seating. That's pretty good. I like the way that looks a lot. We're gonna have our penalty box right here because, well, somebody's gonna go in the penalty box for sure, especially if they use decal planes. And then right here, this is the tunnel where the players come onto the ice. So we'll have to work seating around this. I'm thinking we do this row right here and just put that right above this, and then we should be good. And there's that side of seating as well. I think that looks really good. And that only took up 2% plot data. Oh boy. And so then over here on the sides, we're gonna use this type of seating right here, and that perfectly goes to the wall. So that's nice. I like that. I honestly could bring this inside part in a little bit more. All right, so having this bowl design here will definitely help us keep the rink more intact, I guess. It'll look a little bit better now. And it'll definitely keep that bowl feel to it, which I like. But now another important addition is by adding in the rink boards. So we definitely need some of those. Those are a fun yet also kind of tricky design, but I think we can get them done. I think we're gonna have the rink boards about that tall. Honestly, some seat right in here would probably be the best seat in the house. I'm not gonna lie. That's a really good seat. Well, there's our first corner, so that's nice. I just have to do that, oh, I don't know, 3 more times. Alrighty, there is our full rink boards done. I really like that. That looks awesome. And so we'll have our penalty boxes here. And then in the middle here is kind of like where, I don't know, sometimes you'll see like an on the ice announcer and stuff, but sometimes they'll be over here too. So now we just have to find a way to do the tunnel. And then we have to find a way to make the seating curve around this entire thing. The plot is already worth 143,000. I'm very concerned. So what I'm thinking of doing is kind of like not going by these walls. Oh, all right, so we're working on the curve part here, and I'm really liking how this is turning out. All right, so at least that portion of the curve section is done. Let's see how much plot data this is. Oh boy, 5.4% already and 168,000 gone. Yikes. Oh my goodness, dude. The curve is just so smooth, and I am just in love with that. Like, actually, this is awesome. This is crazy, dude. I'm absolutely loving the design, though. Like, this looks sick. And then I have to go through and paint everything, too, which is gonna be something, but we'll get it done. Alrighty, now that is an NHL bowl. It was at this moment I realized that I really like making stadiums. So make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe, because if this video gets 1,000 likes, I will build an NFL stadium in Bloxburg. And I know you won't want to miss that. Now I'm gonna work on the tunnel part over here. I'm not sure how well you can actually walk underneath this thing. I think you can just barely fit under it. So we should be fine. What I'm gonna do here is just kind of make this tunnel pretty sleek, nothing too fancy. There we go. That is a really good looking tunnel. I love that. Alrighty guys, so now it's time to paint our seats, even though we don't have seats yet. But basically, this main area is painted like a black, or maybe a black like this, and then the actual stairs are painted concrete. And then I want to have this ring up here also be concrete, so that way you can like walk around. And I guess I don't need these balls anymore, do I? I'll just figure out a way to get an entrance in here. And then you can walk around on this concrete part, and that's how you get to your seats. Easy work, right? All right, so now this outer part of the ring at least is painted, except for that spot, of course. Of course I missed a spot somehow. Now I have to get all these stairs painted without accidentally coloring something like I just did. This is gonna be trouble, so I'm gonna readjust these stairs because it's definitely giving me some trouble. Something like that. I think I like the way that one looks. And then there's also this inner part of the ring here too. So fortunately for these like straightaway ones here, it's a little bit easier to paint these. I don't have to move or readjust any of these, but the ones that are curved, obviously you can see the textures are glitching a lot, and I don't like that. So we'll change that. I want to paint the rest of these as black before I readjust the stairs, because I just want to see how this looks. And then our chairs are going to be red. That's kind of what the main theme of the stadium is. You know, it's like the red and black and some concrete. It's pretty sleek, and I really love it in real life. So hopefully we can kind of remake this well in Bloxburg. This will also at least give us an idea of how much readjusting we actually have to do. Oh my goodness, dude. Dude, I can't click on this. Why won't you let me click on it? There we go. Thank goodness. Alrighty, guys. All of our stairs are done now. There we go. That looks so good. And honestly, now I could probably add in my seating. So there are these Simplicity Kids chairs that honestly would work out pretty good. And if we paint these this red color, I think I like that for the stadium chairs. I cannot believe I'm using a kid's chair right now in an NHL stadium, but here we are. We'll see what the plot data is. I'm gonna place these first because, yeah, I'm learning my lesson. In case you're wondering what I mean when I say I learned my lesson, a month ago I made a stadium and I ran out of plot data because I decided to do the chairs last. So this time I'm definitely not making that mistake. And man, that looks way better. Like, I'm loving the way that looks. Yes, those are perfect for us. Yeah, that seating section looks great. Let's see how much plot data. Oh, yeah, this lower bowl is probably gonna take up about half our plot data already. Okay. I'll do a couple more of them and see, you know, just how much they take up. I think by doing these ones here, it'll be a little bit easier. If I can place these in 3x3 mode. Oh, dang it. If I could, that'd be awesome. But I can't. Yeah, I mean, that looks great. So each section of chairs actually isn't taking up that much. That only raised it by like 0.3. So maybe just the actual basic shapes down here took up a little bit more than I thought, but that's okay. Well, the good news is if Bloxburg ever increases their player count to, I don't know, 1 million, we can fit everybody inside the stadium. Because my goodness, we are going to have a lot of chairs. And I'm just going to be spending a couple of hours placing chairs. All right, well, we're about, I can't do math, like a fifth of the way done, maybe? If we, yeah, maybe a fifth, a fourth, I don't know. We're somewhat done. My only worry with these chairs is that we might, you know, max out our plot data before we get to do too much. So if it gets bad enough, what I'm going to do for the upper deck seating is I'll just use benches because I'm not taking any chances. I think once we put a roof on this thing, we're going to have to put some lights underneath the ice rink just so that way the rink stays, you know, lit. I'd like for people to actually be able to see the ice whenever they're inside the stadium, and I think that might be our only way. So I'll have to make sure to keep that in mind. So far, I've spent about, oh, I don't know, 20 minutes placing chairs. Guys, I'm 40 minutes into placing chairs, and I'm like halfway done. This is insane. Whose idea was this anyways? Somebody start playing the cha-cha slide right now. Slide to the left. Boom. Slide to the right. Boom. Crisscross. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Boom. Guys, we are almost there. It's almost done. And just for the record, yeah, we've taken up a bit of plot data with this. 20% is about to be spent on this lower bowl. That is insane to me. Like the upper deck, I guess we can't detail too much, but man. Guys, it has been an hour that I've been placing chairs. I've been placing chairs for an hour, bro. Oh my god. Alrighty, guys, just one more corner necessary. I've got to admit, this might be one of the best things I've ever made. Like, my goodness, this is so realistic. Guys, I've finally done it. The chairs are done, bro. Oh my gosh, that took too long. Now it is time to start on the ice. So, of course, we need our blue lines, which for the blue lines, I think I can just use the long carpet. So now that we have that, that's pretty good. I'm going to add in some long carpets here and basically get this type of carpet design they have in the actual rink. But if I do this red here, paint it ice, and then place it with like breaks in between. That's basically what we're doing. And then we'll have the logo there in center ice. And then they do have these tiny circles along the sides, so yeah, like right about here. That's probably perfect, actually. I might have to move these over just a smidge because I want to be able to fit the face-off circles in as well. So I'll probably have to do that. So we'll put the red line in the ice over here. We can use a structural for this one. Make it as thin as possible and about 0.5 in width. And then I can add in some beams along the posts here. All right, so there's your goal. It's okay. All right, so there's our goalies box on one side. All right, there we go. We got 2 goalies boxes now. Now let's get our face-off circles done. Well, now I need to get a circle in here somehow. So that's gonna be pretty tough. All right, so I'm gonna have to outline a perfect circle. All right, so I have a circle now. So I'm just gonna clone this and then we can place it at every single one. Let's go. If I just move each of them down a specific amount, that looks pretty good. And now we need the logo at center ice. It's not a Red Wings hockey rink without the Hockey Town logo on it, so of course we had to add it into this build. And now I can actually get the right shade of red for the rest of my ice. There we go. And obviously our colors are way better, I think. So I like that a lot. We do need to outline the logo at center ice here. The best way to do that again is just doing my frame tactic. So we're gonna see what the max frame we can make is, and that honestly I think is perfect. And boom, I think those look a lot better. That is a great looking hockey rink. And from this angle, it all just looks fantastic. Although we are already at 23% plot data. Oh gosh. Alrighty guys, so it took some time reworking the layout kind of to my liking here. I get it looks a little bit weird right now, but I'm sure whenever all the coloring is done and all the windows are placed and all that stuff, it'll look a little bit better. But speaking of getting down to your seats, I feel like we should rework our stairwells by adding in some sort of railings and also adding in types of lights. And so to make these railings clonable, I was thinking if we just placed them on a basic shape like this, made them metal like this, and then we transform it out over here. So how far does that go? That goes right there, and as you can see, it is pretty smooth. Then I just connect it with a beam, and then boom, I can just clone the railing all the way up, which is pretty cool. All right, so I placed my railings everywhere, and I was thinking of getting in these cool lights to kind of help add to that stadium environment. So if I use the landscape uplight on stair sections, like, I don't know, just like right here, I can obviously, you know, make our stairways look a little bit brighter and better. Alrighty, now we have lights everywhere in our stadium. That's actually pretty cool. I like the way that looks. It probably is going to make it look really cool once we have a roof on the place. So next up on the agenda is making our tunnels and making like our restaurant, like booth seating. So preferably that stuff's going to be kind of like over here, right? So I was thinking of having some tunnels. Maybe our main tunnels be over here. Alrighty, so this is where I want all my tunnels to be. We're going to have 6 of them here for this lower bowl. This is where our club level is going to start. And then we just have like rooms up here. And so what I was thinking for this level of seating, doing something kind of different, having these stairwells come out of the tunnel like right here. So I get like a tinier stairwell that's maybe like this tall, and then your seating is just like up here. I don't know. I actually did that wrong. What I was intending is having the stairwell over here. Yes, that is more like it. All right, so this tunnel is starting to come together now. I'm starting to like it. I can just patch up the way it like you enter into it a little bit, and then it'll look good. I got some seating up above here, so you can access this from club level. And of course, I'll just add in some flooring now, just so that way club level, you know, it's kind of designated. So it's not looking the best right now, but I'm sure once I can finally figure it out, it'll look a little bit better. All right, so I'm gonna work on this entrance over here. I think as long as I can get all of these laid out, I can find a way to kind of connect them. And then once they're connected, it'll probably look better, and maybe I'll like it more in my eyes. Because for now, you know, I'm not liking it the most, but I think I'll like it eventually. There we go. We connected all of them. So that's honestly not that bad. That's pretty good. And then I just find a way to get seating in here. I'm going to need walls. So we'll have to find a way to get these walls in here now. And now we've connected them all with walls as well, which really gives this arena that kind of a bowl feel again, which is good. It is definitely time for me to go get some food though. Alrighty guys, so I added in that bowl seating here for like the upper layer here, and I like the way that looks a lot. I think that's pretty cool, and I also added in walls around the tunnel entrances. And look, I can just clone this and make it keep curving. I mean, that's pretty overpowered, I'm not gonna lie. It just means more chair placement though. Not liking the sound of that. But hey, this looks really cool though. I gotta admit, that looks really sick. This is 7,000. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Well, there we go. Now we have that curve, and oh my gosh, dude, that looks so cool. Now that I'm actually looking at that, like, that actually looks sick. Maybe I could even change this backdrop here to kind of give the stadium a better look, but we'll experiment with that later. For now, I'm just gonna relax and enjoy this view. Oh my goodness, we have an entire ring over here, bro. This is insane. Look at this, bro. This is Bloxburg. What the heck, dude? Oh my gosh. So now that we have this ring here, they actually have the like club level, actual club level seating, like all the way up above. And it's something like this design here. I'm not sure how to describe it, to be quite honest with you, but we're gonna figure out a way. All right, so this design kind of works for what I was going for here. We can definitely touch it up later, but for now, we're just gonna move this on up to where it should go. So I was thinking moving it up like pretty high actually, almost to the top of the stadium. So we're gonna do -20. Then we'll just have to clone it onto the other side. But honestly, it doesn't look that bad from down here, which is good. And then once we start using these neon lights too, that'll definitely help with our entire build. I actually kind of want to show my mom this because she's just as big of a Red Wing fan as I am. So I'm pretty sure she'd like the stadium. And wow, wow. That's all I have to say. This is insane. Especially from this floor, dude. Oh my gosh, look at this view. Just imagine. Oh my goodness. This can be great. Alright, so next up, I think we need to get this Jumbotron made. So we're going to have it right over center ice right here. So move the Jumbotron down so I can fit all these studio lights down below it. At least there's a lot of light in there now. That's all I really can say. And then I guess I'll have to write out Little Caesars Arena up top now. This is going to be tricky. So we might leave the Jumbotron blank. We might leave it blank. That's okay. First off, I want to get some more of these stage lights in here, running throughout the stadium. We're gonna get like a circle of them around the ring, basically. Oh wow, those look cool. Okay, those look pretty cool, yeah. I'm liking that. Alrighty, so now that we have that in there, that's really realistic. Obviously that is in the actual rink, so that's a huge part of our build. Let's start off with our cool ceiling. We're gonna make it be pretty big. And so basically it's this LED lights like American flag. First off, yo, look at this thing whenever we put that above it. Oh my goodness, dude. Isn't that sick or what? Back to what we were doing. So they have this like LED lights like American flag up top, basically. So what I was thinking of doing is marking that out here and making it. Sounds simple, right? Well, this is where it gets tricky. See, we want to make this actually lit. And to do that, it probably is going to take a bit of effort. If I can pull this off, this would be an incredible design. I might sound excited right now, but don't let that deceive you because this ceiling drove me insane. Oh, I absolutely hate this ceiling. Oh my god. Dude, you guys do not understand how painful this ceiling is. I quit. I quit. Not enough money. Oh my god, I'm broke. Oh, alrighty guys, we are back. Slight intermission there. Oh my gosh, that's so sick. Yo, what? I was not expecting that. Oh, that is so sick. Okay, I'm gonna lower the club level seats just a little bit now. That's the only thing I have, another thing I have to do here. Oh, dude, that's so clean. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine just walking into this? You just walk in and this is what you have. Oh my god. So underneath the ice is gonna get a little darker soon. So we're definitely gonna have to fix that up. Alright guys, so for some reason, my ice texture is glitching. So instead we're gonna be using dirt stains as our ice. Hey, I'm a big fan of that, okay. Because if you guys know anything about hockey, you would know that, well, once you go skating, the rink tends to actually look like this. So that's fine. That is fine by me that I have to make this change. This upstairs level here. So I was thinking of having it go like this, and we just make it one massive, massive circle around the entire stadium. Alrighty, so now we have that sort of like circle design, and then basically if I just place stairs, which I'm thinking of these plain stairs, which I can actually resize with the scale tool. I did not know I could do that. Okay, that helps a lot. Okay, you know what? I actually don't hate the way the red looks. That's fine. This next part might be one of the tiniest of details, but these suites up here are actually a different color. They're actually a way brighter red. So I'm gonna try and repaint these to make these look a little bit better and make them stand out more. Yeah, that is way better. That is way better. Okay, we're doing that. Alright, now let's figure out our club level stuff. That's how I want to run it on that side, and then we'll just copy and paste that design over. I mean, we'll come up with a completely new and unique design. No copy pasting, totally. So we're gonna indeed use the 5th floor here. I think I'm just gonna make this we're gonna trace this wall here and get working on stuff. We'll see what this wall ends up turning to for the exterior wise, but for interior, I think I'll just paint it black and then have it transition to the ceiling. Yeah, it's, you know, very brown from the exterior. And then on the inside spot, it definitely made things a lot darker in here. But honestly, it made things look a lot more realistic now. And I decided to get rid of the tunnels up here. I just filled them in with stairs. But yes, we're gonna rework in some things and add in more lights now. Alrighty, nice. That made it a little bit brighter in here. By a little bit, it actually made it a lot brighter. I don't know what I'm hallucinating right now. That definitely helped. I'm gonna add these lights now up to places here. Actually, I have a better idea. What if instead of doing that up here, I actually get a ring of light? And if you're confused as to what I mean by that, because that's a very confusing sentence now that I think about it, what I'm gonna do is basically just make a ring of light. Yeah, you guys are just gonna have to watch. So we're gonna put something like this here. And then right in front of it, we're gonna put a light box. And then on this light box, we're gonna extend this out as far as possible. And maybe we can repaint this later on, but for now, I'm gonna keep it orange since that's basically life. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the orange is taken away from the stadium. Already I'm changing it. I just feel like making it this red would be a little bit cooler, because it is the Red Wings after all, and we should keep the stadium red. Although I'm not gonna lie, that ring looks really cool. I think that looks sick, personally. Just for the record, guys, I have literally been building this arena all day. Literally all day, bro. Like, it's actually insane. I'm gonna test something. I want to see if the park bench actually is a better alternative. So there's all of the benches placed up there. My goodness, that took a little bit. That took a little bit. We are at 56.4% plot data. Alright, so now the seats stand out even more, which makes that look absolutely fantastic. Alrighty, so now our seating is fully done, so we shouldn't have to place any more. That is awesome. This still is the main view of our stadium, and man does it look fantastic. Now we have our player benches and our goal lights. I think that is fantastic. Now I feel it's only right that we start making a locker room, so let's try and find out how we want to do this. Now the Red Wings' actual locker room is pretty simple, but we're going to try and make it to the best of our ability. So you just walk on through this tunnel here, and boom, you're at the door of the locker room. I know, it's pretty simple, but it's okay. Alright, now it's time to make our actual lockers here in the locker room. Alright, I'm not going to lie, this locker room looks looks sick. I am definitely a big fan of this. I want to try and do something with this wall, but I'm not sure what just yet. Maybe I just make it something like this, just so it has some texture to it. You can't talk about the Red Wings without talking about their successful history, so I spent some time adding in those Stanley Cup banners and their retired jersey numbers up in the rafters. I think these look really, really good. Now we have one slight problem, and that is the exterior of the stadium. See, I would like to at least have some of this done, because we are at 62% plot data, which is a bit of a problem. All right, so I've spent some time kind of layering the roof here. I'm gonna keep doing this tomorrow, but I'm just too sleepy right now to continue this. That is a good start to our entrance. I'm gonna go get some sleep now. It's 1:30 a.m. Alrighty guys, I added in this Jumbotron now, and this looks absolutely fantastic, especially from all the way out here. The further away you get, the better it even looks, and I'm inside the bleachers. The further away you get, the better it looks. This is incredible. Anyways, though, it is time to keep placing windows on our exterior, so let's get to work on that. So if these windows here, there's actually some sort of like LED lighting around them, and just paint that a nice yellow, and that looks really cool actually, wow. Yeah, I like the look of that, that's for sure really good. And then I can have doors down here to get into the stadium. So by using doors such as these simple framed ones, I can make this look pretty good. Perfect. I also probably should get some flooring out here, because, well, you definitely have to be able to walk to the door. So let's do that. Using these tiles is definitely the most realistic thing I can do. All right, so that's pretty much good for this side of the walkway. I'm thinking about changing up the color right here on this wall. There's just a little too much cloudy gray going on over here, so I'm gonna change it up to this white, and then I'm gonna place some nice windows on it. All right, now it is time to do the wording on the top of the arena here. Now this is gonna be tough. So we'll put each word on a basic shape, so that way they're easy to move around. Alrighty, that light sign looks great now. Now I'm actually going to repaint this part over here into something new, since in real life it actually looks a little bit different. Alrighty, so those are some really good windows for this area over here. Over here's like a sort of like Jumbotron type advertisement thing. I'm not sure how to describe it, I'm just gonna have to make it for you guys. And then there are beams in between these windows here, so let me make those really fast. Yeah, I'd say those beams are pretty realistic to how it actually is. I definitely like that. Alright, so now that I have this area over here, I'm actually gonna write out Little Caesars Arena over here on the top, which, my goodness, the amount of times I've had to write this in this build, bro, actually insane. Alright, so that's 2 words down. Might not look the best, but I tried my best there, you know? That's all I can do. Just try your best. Sometimes it doesn't work out, and sometimes it does. I mean, as long as you don't look at it too closely, it looks pretty decent. Oh boy. And so this here is the billboard where they'd advertise whatever game is going on. That wall looks really good, and our exterior is definitely coming together. I'm really starting to like this place. I think that looks good. I was thinking of having this and this over here be skylights. I figured that'd be pretty cool. And you know what? I'm actually gonna extend the skylight, make it go quite a bit down this concourse. Yeah, something like that's pretty good. There we go. And so this sort of, you know, roof thingy bobber that we have here typically has stuff like connecting to it in real life, and I'm not entirely sure how to make that design work. So let's try and do a convex straight. I guess we'll just paint it that metal. So now that I've done the full circle of the ramps and stuff, I have to finish up this paneling here, and this is gonna be painful. I can't even talk. Guys, we're almost at 70% plot data. Yeah, I might abandon on this design like halfway through, so once we get to right here, just because we probably aren't gonna do the back. So on the roof here, they do actually just have like a Little Caesars like pizza guy up here, and so I guess I could just try and remake that. Pretty simple design, so I definitely could. We're pretty much going for some sort of like pixel art type deal. So far, it's looking pretty good. It's actually looking really realistic. All right, that's really the best I can do at hand. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying my best here. And so now we have a massive pizza that we have to make. So, in order to make said pizza, first off, it's like a pizza spear, basically. That's kind of like the Tigers in the Red Wings big thing. It's a pizza spear. I'm literally trying to make a pizza right now, bro. What am I doing? I'm seriously spending my afternoon making a pizza in a Roblox game out of carpets. Yeah, that's really good, man. I actually did that a lot better than I thought I would. Now it is time to make the man. That's actually not that bad for the head shape. Now I have to get his little eyes. So he's got some tiny eyes up here. Oh my goodness, those are good. Never in any of my days did I think I would be making the pizza on top of Little Caesars Arena in Bloxburg. Like, what? There's our pizza there. Let's go. Alrighty, now I need to get his hair. Because of course our buddy needs hair. So that way, he's not bald. He's eating all this Little Caesars pizza, hoping he can get his hair back. I don't know what pizza has to do with hair, but we're just gonna pretend it has some sort of correlation, okay? And there we go, guys. My pixel art is finally complete. Alrighty, now we need the wording underneath it. So it does say Little Caesars Arena. Probably just using more carpets because that's all I'm using today. Guys, I spent 140,000 on this roof. Oh my gosh. And there is our entire roof design. How about that, guys? I think that looks really, really good. I spent a lot of time working on my concourse layout, but I wasn't liking any of my designs and I kept stressing myself out. I decided to call it quits early for the night and refresh my mind the next day, which I ended up going with this design here. I then added some banners and extra decorations along the concourse and filled in my restaurants. And I can finally say, after hours of work, this stadium is complete. Remember guys, you can get early access to all of my builds by following me on my social media and joining my Discord server. Thank you all for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.